Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 15 of the San Marino Challenge. Now, today's episode, unfortunately, there are no transfers to go over. The January transfer window is closed, but we didn't actually sign anyone. We didn't let anyone go either. Of course, the couple of signings that I made in the previous episode, they've all been registered. Krasniki, the striker, was actually eligible to play due to him being under 19 at the time. So he's played a lot more games because he was available, whereas Scavola and Palmer haven't played as much, and they haven't really had the desired effect so far. I've only played a few games since they've been registered due to the the summer break. Of course, there were a few friendly games we played in there as well. But we have also set up a deal for this guy. Now, Reggio Audace, they're a team we're familiar with. They were in our Serie D group. Very good team, so they had some pretty good players. And Belfasti is going to be coming to the club at the start of next season. Looking at him, he's a pretty good left wing back. Very solid defensively. Not great going forward, but I'm looking for that physical presence with a strong defensive mentality. You know, playing with the complete wing back, probably having it more attacking players would be more beneficial in terms of assists and goals, but ultimately, if I want to try and progress to Serie B, I'm going to need to have a strong defense, no matter what. And it's kind of, I think, where we're lacking this season in terms of us potentially challenging and where we want to be next season. So yeah, there were no transfers. As far as the league table goes, we're essentially in the exact same position we were at the start of last episode. Of course, last episode was a pretty amazing win over Triestina, who have dropped off themselves. But as you can see, we're in 12th. We do have a game in hand against some of the other teams, and we currently sit on 29 points, so we've got a little bit to do. Today's opponent's Cesena. Of course, they're our parent club, and they're 6 points ahead of us in 7th place, so it's still pretty close. Things aren't too bad. We'll go into the fixtures now. Of course, the previous episode, as I mentioned, if I scroll up here, I've lost where I am. Yeah, previous episode, the 1-0 victory over Triestina. We followed it up with a very impressive 2-0 victory over series rivals Medina. Gasperi and Polini both on the score sheet in that one. We then followed it up with a really weird 3-2 victory away from home against Vis Pesaro. I believe they were coming 18th. As you can see, we took the lead. We actually went 3-0 up. But yeah, we took the lead. Then Mercy got sent off with a red card. We then scored a goal. Well, Krasniki scored 2 goals within 5 minutes of us getting a player sent off. They then got one back and then got an equaliser in the 91st minute. And they actually had another chance to level the score as well. So it was pretty scary. I thought I might have been getting FM'd, to go 3-0 up with 10 men, only to have it taken away would have been pretty cruel, but probably a fair result. We then managed a 0-0 draw at home to Albino Leffe. Nothing really to say about that one. We then managed to beat Viterbese. Nice little 2-1 victory here. Fabri and Krasniki on the score sheet for us. They did have a player sent off, so it definitely helped. Unfortunately, we then lost to Rimini Calcio. 3-1 loss here. As you can see, they went 2-1 up, and we managed to get one back. However, Rimini are a pretty good team, and they managed to score a third and put the game to bed. The next game was absolutely mind-boggling. Now, Teramo, at this stage, when we versed them, they were coming first, I think. They're either first or second. And this game finished 5-4. However, They opened the scoring. We then got one back through Fabry. They then went 2-1 up. Same goal scorer. They then went 3-1 up. And I essentially thought it was over at that point. However, Krasniki got one back for us. We then got level through Fabry once again. And then, Krasniki put us 4-3 in front. And at this point I was like, wow, we're actually going to beat them. We're going to knock off another really big team. But yeah, it wasn't to be. Placia managed to get a hat-trick in the 87th minute, getting his third goal, making the score 4-4. And at that point I was like, okay, well, we'll get the draw. But no. 2 minutes later, they managed to get a goal through Matteo Piacentini. And yeah, we lose the game 5-4 away from home. Yeah, I don't know. It was a absolutely crazy game, and it was the last game before the summer break. Sorry, the winter break. I keep getting summer and winter mixed up because obviously in Australia it's reversed. But yeah, so we then had the winter break in January. We played a few friendly games, beat Cesena 2-0, lost 2-0 to Bologna, lost 2-0 to Ternana Calcio, beat Baldaccio Bruni 1-0, and then we returned to league action and managed a 2-2 home draw to AS Livorno, who are a pretty good team. You know, no slouches by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're usually a Serie B team, so a pretty interesting result here. As you can see, though, they opened the scoring. We got one back through Gasperi. They then went 2-1 up, and I thought we were going to lose, to be honest. But David Vittorini getting a goal in the 93rd minute, the 3rd minute of stoppage time, to give us a point. We then lost the next game, unfortunately, to San Benedetese. Of course, we versed them in the opening game of the Lega Pro season. They beat us 2-1. Fabry getting sent off. I mean, it's happened quite a few times this season. I think this time it was a straight red card. And yeah, they went 1-0 up, and it was pretty tight for the rest of the game. Then they got a second in the 82nd minute. We got one back through Krasniki in the 88th. I think we also had a chance in the last 30 seconds of the game as well, but we didn't put it away. And we lost that one. But I think San Benedetese are actually a pretty good team. I think they were in 3rd or 4th when we played this game, so I assume they're in 4th currently, tied with 3rd. And the final game I just played was a boring 0-0 draw against Imolese. Yeah, so that gets us up to date with the fixtures there. We're going to go through today's lineup and get into the action. As you can see, the starting lineup will be San Giorgi in goals, Salcuni, Caputo, and Mercy as the 3 centre-backs. Pellini will sit in front as the defensive midfielder. We're then going to go with Vittorini and Trillo as the 2 wing-backs. The central midfield 3, I think we're going to go with this today. Fabry and Gasperi as the 2 Mazzalas, and then Tassetto hasn't really set the world alight as the advanced playmaker, but we're going to go with him today. Still only on a 6.78, which is a little bit lower than the other centre midfielders. And as you would kind of expect, Krasniki, he's only got 6 goals this season, but if you look at his average rating, 7.54 in the games he's played, he's essentially the reason why we've been winning and drawing a lot of the games that you've just seen in the schedule. So, yeah, safe to say he was a big signing this season, and he's definitely chipped in. The bench today will be Pozzi, Bonin, Rossina, Zortea, Scavola, Adamo, and Raza. Now, of course, it's going to be a very, very tough game. Cesena do have quite a lot of good players. But something that I've noticed when I was looking through transfers... Yeah, as you can see, we're currently in 18th in terms of recent form. I think we haven't won a game in 5, so we really need to... We really need to start improving. And hopefully Well, I mean, it's not really the type of game that I want to be doing it in. I won't do any individual sort of team talk. We'll just get straight into it. But yeah, a lot of the players that I was looking at possibly signing are of a lot better quality, especially the loan signings. And I believe that's obviously with us going professional in Liga Pro, like Serie C. I think it's definitely improved the club reputation to a point where in the summer, at the end of this season, I think we'll be able to attract a few good players. I'm looking at a few pre-contract signings like the left wing back from Audace. As we go 1-0 up here through Salcuni off the corner. Nice little start to this game. Well, we're 40 minutes in, but yeah, it's sort of an unexpected goal there as I'm, rambling on about next season and what's going to happen there. We could still sneak into the playoffs. I think we're safe from relegation. I don't want to say that and jinx us because, we have been accustomed to the choke in the first season especially, of course. But I think we might be safe this season. And I think if we put in some more good results, like we've had little spells, like at the start of the season, and then towards the end, or prior to the winter break, we had a good little spell. Whereas now we're in a sort of a bad spell. But anyway, we're going to take Fabry off. And we're going to take Tassetto off. We'll bring Scavola on and we'll swap him with Pellini. And we'll just get Pellini. Actually, you know what? I'm going to swap Pellini and Gasperi. We'll see if that does anything different. I think Pellini plays a Mazzala a little bit better than an advanced playmaker. We almost scored another goal there. I mean, that was a pretty well-worked free kick, but no end product on the end of it. As Trillo pumps it forward, Adamo. Can he put the ball in? No, he can't. Lovely. However, Krasniki, oh my god, how did he not score that? That was a gifted opportunity. Krasniki, mate. I'm gonna have to take him off. We'll see what happens with this highlight. Pellini, oh, what a goal. What a goal. Take a bow, son. Maybe I should be playing him as Mazzala if he's going to be scoring goals like that. Wow. Alright. So we've got about 10 minutes left. We're going to take... Yeah, we'll take Krasniki off, get Raza on the field. He's a little bit lacking in match fitness, but... Oh, what a save. San Giorgi. What a signing he was. I feel like he's sort of one of the reasons as to why we were so solid in Serie D last season. Winning the group and gaining promotion. He's definitely doing a job. Krasniki still can't finish. That's why you're coming off the pitch, mate. Come on, you're better than that. I mean, it's pretty much what happens. You talk them up, and then they don't perform in a live com. What's happened there? How is that a penalty? Come on. Oh, it's San Giorgi. Absolute beast. Beautiful penalty save there. And we do manage to clear the ball. Caputo, who's the centre-back. I don't know why he's all the way up there in a corner. But yeah, clears the ball away. And it looks like we're going to beat Cesena 2-0. And ooh, that's a nasty challenge, mate. See you later. Capellini. Fucking dirty challenge. And there we go, guys. 2-0 victory over the parent club. Very impressive result, to be honest. Of course, they missed a penalty. But honestly, I think we were much the better team. So I'm definitely happy with that. And we are definitely... I think we're capable of... Essentially, we're capable of knocking anyone off on our day. And we do sneak up into 10th position, which is a playoff spot. Albeit the playoffs don't mean anything, but it does essentially put you into another cup competition at the end of the season. But yeah, really good stuff there. Really happy with that result. Into promotion contention. Are we in promotion contention? I don't think we are. I don't think the playoff does anything. I'll double check that. I know in Serie D it didn't do anything, but maybe it does in Serie C in Liga Pro. I don't think it does, because I've had a look at Serie B, and there's only 3 relegation spots, and there's only 3 groups in Liga Pro, Serie C. So I'm pretty sure the winners of each of the 3 groups goes up, and I don't think anything else happens. But yeah, really good victory there. Salcuni, man of the match, the centre back. Really good stuff for him. Hope you have enjoyed the episode, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you give the video a like. I think these live commentary episodes, this one and the last one, been pretty impressive wins, to be honest. And, that hasn't really been the case with a lot of live commentaries for me in the past. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Goodbye.